Imagine a future where every US state has Bitcoin sitting in its vaults, next to gold, cash, and treasury bonds. Well, Arizona just said, no thanks. That's right. Arizona had the chance to become the first US state to officially hold Bitcoin as a financial reserve, but Governor Katie Hobbs pulled the plug, and now the crypto world is buzzing with questions. Was this a missed opportunity, a wise move, or just fear of the future? Welcome back to Crypto Insider USA, the only channel that keeps you 3 steps ahead in the crypto world, with deep dives, breaking updates, and just the right dash of sass to make it fun. Before we dive into this fiery crypto clash, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Crypto Insider USA, and ring the notification bell. Because here, you don't just get the news, you get the inside story. The bill that could have changed everything. Let's rewind a bit. The bill, informally known as Senate Bill 1025, proposed a groundbreaking idea. Take seized state funds, like those from forfeitures, and invest them in Bitcoin. The funds would be managed as part of a state-run digital asset reserve. It passed through Arizona's House of Representatives with a narrow 31-25 vote. Crypto advocates cheered. Bitcoin maxes raised their flags. The headlines started flying. Arizona to become the first state to hold Bitcoin in its reserves. It wasn't just a symbolic move. It was a first-in-the-nation precedent. But all of that came to a screeching halt with one signature, or rather one veto. Governor Hobbs' veto. Why she said no. Governor Katie Hobbs didn't just reject the bill, she made it very clear why. In her statement, she said, "The Arizona state retirement system is one of the strongest in the nation because it makes sound and informed investments. Arizonans' retirement funds are not the place for the state to try untested investments like virtual currency." That's a hard pass on Bitcoin, at least from the governor's office. She's saying, crypto is still volatile. Bitcoin is untested for official reserves. Retirement money isn't the place to experiment. And guess what? This isn't just a little local tiff. This echoes debates happening in every state house and government office across the country. Midpoint light moment. Let's pause for a second and ask the real question. If Bitcoin is too risky for Arizona's retirement funds, is that why your grandma still hides cash in coffee cans? Because let's be real, coffee isn't getting any interest, and neither is that cash. But maybe she's just waiting for Dogecoin to hit $10. Drop a comment if your family thinks crypto is funny money too. We know the struggle. What could have happened if it passed? If Hobbs had signed the bill, Arizona could have made US financial history. It would have been the first state to hold Bitcoin in reserves, beating New York, California, even the federal government. Other states, like Texas, Wyoming, and Florida, might have followed suit immediately. Crypto adoption could have taken a huge leap in terms of legitimacy and government trust. It might have even spurred the US Treasury to reevaluate its stance on digital assets. How other states are reacting. Arizona might be stepping back, but other states are stepping up. Texas has already built a regulatory framework for Bitcoin custodianship. Wyoming created its own crypto-friendly banking charter. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis proposed using blockchain tech in state functions. So the veto didn't stop the movement. It just shifted the spotlight. It's no longer about if a US state will hold Bitcoin. It's about who will go. First now, Chapter 5, is Bitcoin really untested? Let's challenge that word. Untested. Bitcoin is 16 years old. It's outlived Lehman Brothers. It's weathered crashes, forks, bans, and even Elon tweets. BlackRock, Fidelity, and other financial giants are pouring billions into Bitcoin ETFs. Countries like El Salvador made it legal tender. Hedge funds and pension portfolios are starting to dip their toes in. So the question is Bitcoin really untested? Or is it just uncomfortable for traditional finance? Political divide. Red versus blue on crypto. Let's talk politics. Crypto is becoming a partisan issue in some corners. Many Republican lawmakers view Bitcoin as freedom tech, a hedge against inflation and government control. Many Democratic officials are cautious, citing volatility, scams, and climate concerns. Governor Hobbs, a Democrat, echoed concerns about financial risk and fiduciary responsibility. So while this wasn't necessarily a party line vote, it does reveal growing political lines around digital assets, and that matters, especially with the 2024 election narrative heating up. What this means for crypto regulation. Nationwide, the Arizona veto is more than local news. It's a national signal. Lawmakers across the U.S. are watching what's happening in Arizona and using it to shape new legislation, justify crypto-friendly or crypto-cautious policies, gauge public reaction. It also sends a message to Washington, D.C. Crypto is no longer a fringe experiment. States are making moves, and the feds need to catch up. What's next? Crypto advocates in Arizona aren't done. They're already talking about reintroducing the bill in the next session, possibly with revisions to address the governor's concerns. Meanwhile, crypto lobbying groups are increasing pressure in other states. Expect more proposals, more debates, and more governors caught between innovation and caution. If you've made it this far, you're not just a viewer, you're a true crypto insider. Here's what you need to do. Like this video so YouTube knows you want more deep dives. Subscribe to Crypto Insider USA so you never miss a major crypto update. Comment below. Do you think Governor Hobbs made the right call? Or was this a missed opportunity for Arizona? That's all for today's edition of Crypto Insider USA. We'll meet again in the next news, same channel, same time, only on Crypto Insider USA.